They wanted €20,000 a month rent.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to anyone that can afford that. We've got to do this, we've got to do that. Mum's like, yeah, that's where the couch is going, that's where John's desk is going. And
each show. So obviously after 8 years, I've accumulated a lot of clothes.
Do I yank it?
Pardon? Today's episode of the Garners Couch Club Podcast is sponsored by Currencies Direct.
If you're selling property in Spain, chances are you'll need to move the money overseas, and that's where Currencies Direct can help.
They offer fast, secure transfers with great exchange rates and personalised support.
And wherever you are in your property journey, Currencies Direct make it easy to move your money with confidence. So head over to our website, www.spanishpropertychoice.com, where you'll find the direct link to Currencies Direct. And thank you, Currencies Direct, for sponsoring this episode.
Yes, thank you. Mwah.
Hello, and welcome back to the Garners Couch Club Podcast.
I'm Sharon, and this is Shaun of Channel 4 Sunseeing Selling Houses and Spanish Property Choice, located in the beautiful province of Costa del Sol, and now also in the beautiful Costa del Sol.
It is a beautiful Costa del Sol.
Beautiful Costa del Sol.
Well, before we get into it, how are you doing, Mother?
I'm doing okay, actually. I'm feeling really good. I'm really good.
You're looking very good, I've got to say.
Do you like my flappy bits?
I was going to say you look pretty in pink, but flappy bits, okay. There's a lot of fabric going on.
There is. Do you know, honestly, it's so comfortable. Now, I've really been lucky with this.
Hang on, your shoes are falling apart.
Why have I got that
Hang
on my
on.
shoe?
Do I yank it?
Pardon?
Mother!
That's not something that I hear very often, son. That's come off the carpet, by the way.
Okay, anyway.
Right,
welcome back to the garden.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, actually, I'm wearing this. Me and your dad have just been down to the Costa del Sol.
And so have I.
And I was just going to say, as you know, because you came down for a couple of days as well.
Yes.
Now, we took Alithia and Lucas, our grandchildren, because Alithia went to the dance academy down there.
Yes.
And she blew me away. I mean, I am so proud of her because the dance tutor said that she was a star in the making. They've asked her to join... well, I suppose their competitions and things like that, you know.
Like
I mean,
the
what
national...
an achievement, you know. So we went down for that, but we also went down, as you know, because we were finalising the locale, the what do you call them in England? I keep forgetting. Office, that's it. I've been here too long. We've been finalising the office down there. And whilst I was there, unfortunately, I made the mistake of going into the fabric boutique. Now,
I'm sure Dad was ecstatic.
Well, literally, the fabric boutique was a couple of doors up. Now, I knew Michelle, the owner. I'd met her recently at a charity event, and she was wonderful. And I fell in love with this outfit, but in pale blue. So I bought it, and then I just because I get asked a lot about where I get my clothes from. Every
single post. Every single post that we ever put on, doesn't matter where on our social media, people want to know where you get your clothes from.
Absolutely.
Which I suppose is a very big compliment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, you know, us older ladies, you know, this sort of generation as well, we find it quite difficult sometimes to find clothes that are flattering and comfortable. You know, and I mean, certainly in Spain, I don't know what it is, you know, I don't know if I should say this, but I am going to say it. For me, a lot of Spanish people, certainly my generation, tend to be quite short. Now, like me, 5'4".
Right,
why are the trousers here in Spain 6'5"? Because there are that many pairs of trousers that I have to buy, and your dad has to take them up because I don't do sewing, as you know. Really?
Never noticed. Never noticed
If a button comes off, it gets Yeah, it gets recycled. But no, your dad takes them up for me. But anyway, going back to the fabric boutique, I went into the fabric boutique, and yes, I did buy the beautiful pale blue one and a few other little things. I actually posted it on our Facebook page because I just thought, they had 4 different shops throughout that area, even Gibraltar.
Yeah.
And, to get something like this, I mean, this was $59.99. Which for me, some
is
of the
that good in women's fashion?
It is, Shaun, because I mean, I've used sort of outlets where I've paid that for a t-shirt, because I've had to, because of the size. But this was just so comfortable. Anyway, I fell in love with the pink one, and I made an excuse that I've got to go back down to the office. For something, doing a bit of measuring up, and I popped in, and actually, God bless them, Michelle actually gifted me this pink one because she knew I'd fell in love with it so much, and she obviously wanted to thank me for putting it on Facebook.
But I think as well as, putting it on your Facebook, I don't know if anyone listening or watching this podcast actually realises how genuine you're saying this. You love fashion, It's a problem.
It's not a problem for me. It's
your
a problem
shopping
for your dad.
addiction, and I mean, even the episode on Series 8 of Sunseed and Selling Houses, you did that whole episode about trying to give all of your clothes to charity, or raising money by selling it to give to charity, and it is because you love buying clothes.
Yeah.
So all about good quality, decent business owners, and I think I just want to get that across, that it is so genuine that you're saying this because it's what you think.
Yeah, this is not for freebies or anything like that. I mean, I was so flattered that she would even say, look, Sharon, I want to gift you this, because it was just so kind of her. But it is just so lovely. I mean, yes, all of my old clothes, as you know, I mean, the thing is, I suppose it is a bit of an obsession with me, but you've got to understand that, one, we work in an industry where that I like all of us to look smart all the time.
Yeah.
I will never allow our business to become a shorts, t-shirt and flip-flop brigade. It's not going to happen. So I've always wanted to dress smart. I've found it difficult over the years because, it's been hard to find those sizes here in Spain. So I have been limited. I'm not so limited now. But something like this, I mean, you probably won't know this, but this sort of goes from, I would say this would fit somebody from, 14 to 18, or maybe a 12 to a 20 even, It's just so comfortable. And to find something like this, when I have so many people contact me and ask me, I just thought, well, I'll let you know where I got it from. And they do ship to the UK as well, which is a big thing. But also on the series, we've been doing it, we're coming into 9 years. Are we doing a series 9? Is there a series 9?
Who knows?
Do you know there's a series 9? Has anybody told you there's a series 9?
Possibly.
Yeah. Did I mention that the producers have said we've got a series 9? Well,
I've got into meltdown a little bit.
Well, actually, Channel 4 have commissioned Series 9 before Series 8 even finished, which is a massive achievement for the producers, for all the families that's involved, for all... I snorted then.
She's that excited.
No, I mean, it is a massive achievement because, we were moved from daytime to prime time, as you know, from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock UK time, which has been a huge success. And for Channel 4 to commission the next series whilst the show is on is pretty good going. So we can pat ourselves on the back.
Yes.
So,
I mean, I never really take it 100% until the crew's here, because then it's really happening. But it's exciting news. Like I say, I'm a little bit stressed because it's very, very busy, as you know. The offices are crazy at the minute, and we are desperate for new property listings. Hence, why we're in Costa del Sol as well, with us branching down there recently. And we needed to take the steps to, first of all, get new listings, because the first listing that we got, it's already sold.
Yeah. Woohoo, well done, John.
It's going well, almost.
Yeah.
It's going well down there, really, a lot quicker than we'd expected. So obviously we needed to show our faces, get some new listings. But hopefully, if Series 9, or when they arrive and when it all starts, who knows what could be.
Well, you see, this was the whole
pipeline.
point. This is why I needed to start to look for new clothes, because what people don't realise is that...
Don't use that as an excuse.
You have to...
I've got to go shopping now because we're filming again.
I have to have 3 outfits per episode. So, we do an outfit for the first day.
Have to is arguable.
No, we do. Because I can't wear the same outfit the second and the third day. That's not right.
You're talking to someone that has to wear the same suit every single day of my working life.
Yeah, but women are different.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to have 3 outfits for each show. So obviously, after 8 years, I've accumulated a lot of clothes. Now, I do have a Vinted account, and it's called the Shazzatingle, obviously, or just Shazzatingle, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it is on vinted.es. I couldn't get an account in the UK. I don't know why. I don't know how that works. But the money that I'm raising on there for the clothes is going to my charities. My animal charities, and the first one will be AA Dog Rescue, and then we've got Puppy Rescue, and then we've got Paws, and there's a few other charities now that I've just got involved with. There's AAA Dog Rescue, which I've been invited to go and meet down in the Costa del Sol.
Yeah.
So this community charity work will continue down there, certainly with the animals. But yeah, so the whole adventure was a huge bonus for me because I got some new clothes.
Obviously.
And we've secured our office.
Well, that was it. That was the big news. I feel like we need like a drum roll. But yes, we now have an office in the Costa del Sol.
We do.
It's
in Calahonda.
Yes, which, I mean, you and Dad obviously had a huge part in going down, meeting with John, viewing different offices, missing out on a lot of offices as well, because it's crazy how quick things go down there. They go,
but I mean, literally, while we were negotiating, there were premises that were being literally just dragged under our feet,
And I have to say it, the prices as well.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the areas you were looking and you were telling me what the monthly rent was or how much they were to buy, I thought,
it's a different world.
Hang on a minute.
It's a different world. Well, we had this silly idea. There was one office we went to look at, which was actually in Porto Banús. Yeah. And it was a beautiful locale. I mean, believe me, your dad's wallet would have took such a battering if I'd have been there. They wanted €20,000 a month rent.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to anyone that can afford that in those sort of areas. And you do get it, it's all location relative.
Yeah.
But
that's not us. That's not us. And the one thing that I wanted to make very clear down in the Costa del Sol, which we managed to do this time, because we met up with some fabulous collaborators now that we've linked with now. And honestly, I can't tell you how friendly and supportive we met 3 in one day. And I was so in awe of them when we finished. We met Holly from Webster's. And, she introduced us to the team. I don't know, I can't just tell, just everybody made us feel so welcome. And I wanted to say to them, and I think they got that from us, that we're not here, we weren't there in the Costa del Sol to conquer the Costa del Sol. This is not about us expanding and getting bigger and earning loads of money and all this. It's not about that. It's about the fact that we are well known on TV. We get asked all the time, do we sell in the Costa del Sol? Can we help people in the Costa del Sol? And, the last thing that we've ever wanted to do is turn anybody away. And, you know, this is about the same as we've done here. The offices that we've got in Mahaka, in Albox, in Work Lavera. It's not to be this big, you know, this big company that's going in and taking business from the other agents, because, in fact, we've done the opposite. We've bought business to the other agents. There's not many that would say that to our face, but it's the truth. And we have had people actually say to us, thank you so much for, for the business that you bought, because we can't sell every property.
Yeah, and I think we've put the time and effort in now. I mean, we've been trading over 15 years now, and we've built...
We're 2007, so you're talking 18...
Over 15 years.
Oh, yeah, over 15 years. I was never good at maths at school.
But I think I'm at the point now in sort of my career and looking back at Spanish Property Choice, and I'm at the point where I'm like, we should be proud. You know, you and Dad obviously built it from the ground up. We've got the offices here. We're now going into the Costa del Sol. What's wrong in being proud in saying we are confident, you know, we're coming in, we're going to keep our family values, we're going to build the business down in the Costa del Sol exactly how we've done it here. Yeah. We're not there to ruffle any feathers. We're not there to steal business. We're there just to expand and like you're saying, give what our clients are always asking for.
Work with people.
Yeah, and we should be proud of that. You know, we shouldn't have to sit and come up with excuses of, oh, well, what are they going to think? Or, I mean, you said something to John when we were down there these last couple of days, and you said, you know, John, as long as you're holding the Spanish Property Choice values and as long as you don't upset anyone, sort of intentionally, obviously, that's what we want you to do. Yeah. You need to be Spanish Property Choice. You need to represent us how we've always wanted to be represented. And I think if we do that, then there is no harm in it. There should be no backlash. There should be no negativeness. And I think that's proven by those couple of agents that you went and met. Yeah,
they were fantastic. Yeah. They welcomed us with open arms. There was no, there was no sort of wall built. In fact, there was just warmth, and we were so looking forward to working with you. I mean, I'm mentioning Holly in particular. I mean, because the reason I got to mention Holly, oh dear Lord, we actually rented an apartment that was right next to the best ice cream parlour that I have ever been in my life.
It was incredible.
And I'm sorry, but my healthy eating went straight out the window because we were there every day with Alithia and Lucas, and obviously you came with us as well. And right next door to that was a very, very popular restaurant, and we were sitting there the one day having a drink, and Holly's mum, Donna, came out, and she's looking at me. Are you Sharon and Steve from Sunseeing Selling Houses? And they're huge fans of the show. And then obviously I found out that Holly worked for Webster's, and she's actually one of their top salespeople. So we got talking, and straight away, and it wasn't anything to do with the fact that, you know, we were on the TV or that, you know, that we were who we are. It was straight away, we'd love to work with you, you know. You know, there's plenty of business down here for us. We should all work together, and we just hit it off. We just got that, you know, that bond straight away. And then obviously, you know, Donna started talking about she worked for AAA Dog Rescue down there, so that was another thing that we got in common. So it was like a replica of what we do here. But the point is, what I wanted to get over as well, which I think is very important for our vendors here in the Almeria region, is they, you know, I don't want them to be thinking, because I'm sorry, but I've already heard on the grapevine, I'm sorry, you know what I'm like, people are saying all they're bothered about now is going down to the Costa del Sol and earning big money and all this rubbish, and that is actually not true. And one of the reasons that we're doing the Costa del Sol is not only that we can help our buyers, give them an expanded area, but, you know, the amount of people that have been in touch with us already whilst we've been in the Costa del Sol, who have actually had the lifestyle in the Costa del Sol, and now they want a quieter lifestyle and they want to move to Almeria. And we've now already got people booked in to view our properties who live in the Costa del Sol that are going to now be buying off us here in Almeria.
But again, it comes back to, and again, just saying it how it is, we shouldn't have to be explaining that.
I know, but I think
like any company, grows and expands, and everyone has the reasons for doing what they're doing in their business. You and Dad are very, very clever business people. You've always been successful. You've owned businesses in the past. You know what you're doing. We shouldn't have to feel like it's, oh, well, we're doing it for this reason. Because we know most people that are listening or watching this podcast, they know why we're doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, it is important to get across that we're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
We're doing it for a good business venture. The opportunity came up, with John, who's our representative down there now. And I think it's just an exciting step forward. I'm quite nervous because I'm very much keeping to what I know best. And then you're like, well, actually, you push the limits, but it's good. It's.
Well, the thing is, I think going back, to when me and your dad first met. I mean, you've always known that we've always liked a challenge, and we set goals. Me and your dad we were very young when we met, and we set ourselves goals, and we've achieved those goals. I mean, the one thing that it sort of comes up on a regular basis is your dad's car. Now, I'm going to use that as an excuse. When me and your dad, example I meant, is when me and your dad met, one of the things that Dad said when we were setting goals, we came up with all these different things. I wanted babies and, I wanted to do this, that and the other. Now, your dad said to me, by the time I'm 50, I want to have a Porsche on the drive. He's always loved Porsches, and I want to have a Porsche on the drive. Now, on your dad's 50th birthday, as well as I do, he had one of his pensions. He's always paid into different pensions to look after us as a family. And one of his pensions was sort of, matured. Yeah? Okay. So we all said to Dad, right, you go and buy your Porsche. Now, it took the family 5 years to persuade him to buy one, and that was purely because of what other people would think of him. No, we can't do that because people will think that we're being like, we're super rich and we're being snobby and we're doing this. And I'm saying, no, Steve, that was your goal. It was your dream. If you want a Porsche, you go and get a Porsche. If you've worked for it, if you've been given it by Daddy or, whatever, fair enough. But you've worked hard. Both of us have worked hard. And I'm going to go back to when we first came to Spain. When we first started working for Carlos and Pepe, who gave us the first opportunity in real estate here. Me and your dad worked for them for €500 between us per month. And we used to be in that office in Alula del Rio at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we would be there at 8 o'clock of the night time, and we did that for €500 a month. Then we went, as you know, we were headhunted by a company down on Mahaka Playa, which I'm not going to mention, and we then worked for €1,500 for the two of us per month. And once again, we did 7 days a week, and we were there. I mean, it took us 45 minutes to drive there, 45 minutes back, but we would still be there for 8 o'clock in the morning, and we would be there at 9 o'clock at night, and we worked our butts off to set up Country Choice, which became a huge success, as you know, and then we moved on to our own business. So, this coming to Spain and all this, it was never about earning money for me and your dad. But then when your dad was 55 and he had his second pension come through, the first pension money was used to set up Spanish Property Choice and to start employing like yourself and us, and and we did that. And then when he was 55, as a family, we said, right, you are going to buy a Porsche. And if you remember, we went down to the Porsche garage in Almeria. Now, the thing is, what I will say is he did get me in a 9, was it a 911?
I don't know. I remember you not getting out of it.
I remember not getting out. I remember he had to literally keep everybody occupied so I could roll out. So I did say to him, I did put my foot down then and said, look, I can't be rolling in and out of that all the time. But in the end, he bought a sensible car. Yes, it's a Porsche, but he bought a sensible car that he could take the clients out in. I said, look, you can enjoy it every day, you can drive it every day, make the most of it. The clients will be comfortable, and one of your dreams, one of your tick boxes will have been ticked. And that's why your dad drives around in a Porsche, not because we're making millions or because we're super rich, because believe me, every penny that we get into our business, we put back into the business. Hence why we're now opening up down in Costa del Sol. Sorry, I'm waffling, but it meant a lot.
I bet so many people watch this podcast, and there is always a moment in every episode where I'm just like, okay. I'm like, she's on one, yeah.
Well, it's important for people to know because, you know, you could look at us as a business and think, you know, that... But we're just a family business, and going back to Costa del Sol, that's what we said to these agents when we walked in. I think they embraced us because I was no different. Your dad was no different. You were no different. John was no different. We walked in there as the Spanish Property Choice family. We presented ourselves as the Spanish Property Choice family, and we said, look, we obviously want to work with you. We're not here to conquer Costa del Sol or take business from anybody. We just want good partners that we can work with so that our clients can be happy and so can yours.
Well, everyone that we spoke to as well, they all agreed that the office that we've secured is in the right location.
Right location, yeah.
It was a bit of a last minute, saw it come available. It tied in perfectly because I was travelling down that day anyway. So so we have an office that's going to be opening. Well, we don't know when. Well, we've got to do a little bit of zhuzhing.
Bit of work. Well, the good thing is we've got it's in Calahonda. We've got the landlady's actually a travel agent a couple of doors down, and she's wonderful, isn't she?
Yeah, she was lovely.
Yeah, she was lovely. We actually got hugs from her. You know, she really wanted us to be there. We've got a cafe either side of us, which is great because people can sit and have a look at the window. You've got Cardland there, which I've ordered loads of stuff from Cardland online. You've obviously got the Fabric Boutique, which is going to be my... I'm probably going to spend most of my day in there. But and then you've got an English supermarket. You've got the Mercadona right behind us. You've got lots of bars, tapas bars. It's got a mix of Spanish and English.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect location for us. We are not your Porta Banús sort of type of agents. I mean, you leave that to the big boys. At the end of the day, we'll be able to. I'm saying that we're going to be able to offer properties in that area from €200,000 up to 20 million.
Yeah, I think that is it. There's such a wide market down there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are certain classes of estate agents in different areas, and again, people that we were speaking to and contacts that we've got down there. It was a case of, you could go into the Puerto Banús, you could go into the middle of Marbella, but even they were saying that's not exactly the audience that we target.
No.
I think the way that we've set up the business, where we've decided to go and where this office is, I think it is perfect, and I really liked it. I mean, you obviously didn't take much convincing because it was like before the door had even opened, she was like, yeah, we're having it. And typical mom and dad, like dad stood there going, Sharon, think about it. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. And mom's like, yeah, that's where the couch is going. That's where John's desk is going. And
yeah, but you see, again, that's going back to this Shazza Tingle.
You definitely got a Shazza Tingle.
Yeah, I know when something's right. I mean, it's never done me any harm. It's always helped me. I've always said, Nan's always guided me, and I've got my mum up there now, and, Dad and a few other, or mum's, I've got 16, do you know I've got 16, 16 aunts and uncles up there. Yeah, there's a lot of people guiding me. So I think if it was the wrong thing, I would never have done it. But I do believe that it's the right thing for us as a family. We've got somebody down there now that's worked for us for the last 4 years who is Spanish and who is, comes from a Spanish family, but we can trust, and he knows our reputation, he knows how we work, and he knows he's got to continue that. I don't want him falling into any traps of trying to be something that we're not, because the whole point is it's our family. That's who people trust, and that's what I want them to continue to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people approached us while we were down there, and said, look, you know, we've had the lifestyle down here, we've had the glitz and the glam, and you know, and the traffic. I mean, I struggle with the traffic.
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, road rage for me
it was a lot.
Yeah. I mean, believe me, I think they might struggle filming me down there if Sunsea and Selling Houses want to film us down there, because my language was terrible. But that's because we're not used to it. But people who live down there,
it's ideal for some people. They want the hustle and bustle and everything on your doorstep, and that sort of lifestyle. But I think, well, John's one of them.
Yeah.
You know, John lived here, and it just wasn't perfect for them, so they've moved now down to the Costa del Sol.
And they love it, you know, and I can see where that comes from, because it's two completely different lifestyles, and that's what we can offer now. We can offer two completely different lifestyles, and we can do a lot more internal sales, because, you know, back in the UK, your normal sale in the UK is within a 10-mile radius of where you live.
Yeah.
Here in Spain, as you know, we have to bring people in from the UK, from all over the world, whereas now we've noticed a huge change in the internal structure of selling houses here, and we've sold a lot of people, you know, that have bought properties inland and have now moved down to the coast, or vice versa. And now we can actually offer people that, you know, the lifestyle in the Costa del Sol, if they want a quieter life here now in Almeria, and maybe put a bit of money in the bank, because they'll obviously get a lot more for the money here. And it serves a purpose for everyone. So it was a massive success. I managed to get some really lovely clothes. I found my
moral of the story of this podcast is Mother managed to go shopping. Forget the new office.
Listen,
forget the trip away.
Can I just say, €5 for this necklace? €5 from the boutique, from the fabric boutique. I mean,
we'll just have to convince her into doing men's clothes, and then she'll be well in.
Your dad already asked her. Your dad says, "When's the male range coming in?" But no, I think that's the thing. I think the one thing that I've learned is, yes, obviously Almeria is a great place to pick up a bargain, and yes, we do offer some fantastic properties, but we can also offer a sensibly priced property now down in the Costa del Sol if somebody wants it. And I've learned as well that, you know, it's not all. How can I put it? I mean, I went to Porto Banús, I had a coffee and had an argument with one of the waiters, because he wanted €7.50 off me for a coffee. And I'm like, no, I've lived here 20 years. I am not paying $7.50 for a coffee. Back in Almeria, I can get coffee, donuts, an orange juice, a water, and a bowl of nuts for $1.50. I am not paying $7.50. But then you go a little bit further along the coast, because it's a massive area. And I mean, obviously, Calahonda and Calamijas and Benalmádena and Fuengirola, you know, I mean, you got some great living there, great shops, great prices. So, yeah, I'm really excited about going down there. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a brand new venture. It's new. It's, you know, nerve-wracking. Yeah. I think we'd be lying if we said it wasn't. But hopefully, we're confident that it will work. Yeah. And we know we've got the support behind us to, you know, to spread the word. So anyone that is listening or watching, if you know anyone, this goes for Costa Almeria as well as Costa del Sol. If you're looking to purchase a property or sell a property, please contact us.
Yes, please.
We need new listings. We just need to have as much contact as possible. So you never know, anyone that's out there that may be listening.
Well, you know, our first exclusive listing, which, you know, we were very, very proud of, the owner, Leslie, was from Birmingham. And he actually saw one of my Facebook posts that John shared to one of the forums in that area. Yeah. And he trusted us, and I actually gave him a call from the house, because we went down to actually do a bit of filming down there. And I said, thank you so much for trusting us. And he said, I've got all faith in you. And here we are, you know, a few weeks after listing, and we've sold it, and thanks to John. And We just need more now because we've got clients waiting, so we need the properties.
As many as possible, but lots and lots of exciting new things coming up. So, yes, we will keep you all posted as much as we can. Series 9. We will keep you posted on that as much as we can. It's still early days with The Office, but obviously as we get that ready and prepare for a big opening day, again, we'll keep everyone up to date
there'll be
with that.
there'll be some invites to everybody if they want to come down to our opening day. That would be fun.
Definitely.
Yeah, and
so
I think that's it. I think.
Yes, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really, really helps. And make sure you like the video if you've enjoyed this episode and share it with as many people as possible. And always comment. As many comments as you want. We do read all of the comments, and
that helps us with. I actually put a post on Facebook this morning, asking people what they'd like us to talk about, and I think we've got probably 120 different subjects now.
Yes, there will be a third episode of Confessions of an Estate Agent coming up because we need to get through your questions.
Yeah, there's a lot. We've also invited some experts on certain subjects, things like visas, like the legalities and things like that. We're going to get the right people to talk to you and give you the right information. It is taking time because we're trying to coordinate all these.
Yes.
Currently we're
and
only
it's
doing
summer,
1 week.
which is
hard.
It's hard in the summer, but we've got lots lined up.
Obviously you just said, sorry, I know we were going to finish, but you mentioned about about subscribing, etc. Yes, when you do watch our YouTube, because again, this is something, Shaun, that my age group don't understand, but there is a thumbs up and a thumbs down. If you don't like us, you're welcome to give us a thumbs down. Not everybody can like us, but if you do like what we're doing, please press the thumbs up button, because that helps us know.
That's the like button.
It's the like
when
button.
You tell someone to like the video.
Yeah, but you see, but you see, a thumbs up is the like. I don't know. And also, you gave me some figures this morning. Instagram figures were like. Through the roof,
I still can't get my head around it. Our Instagram's had 1.4 million views this month.
Woohoo!
Which is mother, that's insane. Like there are obviously, it's incredible. Yeah, so thank you so much for all the love and support, because even with, without dragging this episode on too long, even with series 8 of the show, the feedback was incredible. The comments, the support, the love shown, honestly, I'm just talking from my point of view. I shared a lot on this series, and honestly, everyone's support was just incredible. So.
And I'd like to just finally finish off by saying, the last episode for me was extremely difficult to watch, and it must have been extremely difficult for the Rodriguez family to watch. God bless Manuel. Sunsea and Selling Their Houses will never be the same without him. He was a true star in every way. But I'm sure he's still up there, causing mayhem, knowing Manuel. But we wanted to send our love to the Rodriguez family, and please continue, because you are loved, and Manuel will always be there. And you've got the last 8 years of fabulous memories, and to see him around that Christmas tree at Christmas was like choked me up. So I'm sure the viewing public felt the same. So Shaun is right. Thank you for all the support for all of the families, because we've all gone through our own things that have happened in the last year. I lost my mum. Shaun obviously got divorced, and we
bought a house.
Bought a house, lost weight. So much happened, but we're glad that you were part of it, and we thank you for your continued friendship.
I can't get over you just said Shaun was right. I'm still holding on to that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you went Shaun was right. I was like, come on. Doesn't happen often.
Anyway, I'm happy with that. You happy with that? Yeah. So what have they got to do? They've got to
they got to comment, got to subscribe and share, and come back next week.
And most of all, get a shazza tingle, because that's the best part.
Yes, mother. And we'll catch you in next week's episode. See you later.
Take care.
Bye.